I've got Jerome Otchere joining us right now, of course, a football journalist over there in Ghana, and I'm sure Ghanaians are happy with the results from yesterday. Thank you for joining, Jerome. I've still got Okwe as well on the show, but thank you for joining, Jerome.
Thank you for having me, and good morning to everyone.
Good morning. I'll say, is it Mache? Mache to you?
Yes, Mache, and I will respond, Yenya, or yes, my brother.
So, Okwe, you know, I told you I gave myself a Ghanaian name, so you just might be surprised. Charlie, I'll be heading over to Ghana very soon. But let's talk about that game yesterday. Huge win for Ghana yesterday. I know that the fans have been having a topsy-turvy affair with the football in Ghana, but it was heartwarming to see that they finally got that win yesterday. But again, some have said it is against a lowly rated Chad.
Exactly, and not many people were surprised by the margin of victory. In fact, a lot of people even predicted that this was going to be a walk in the park for Ghana, except that they wanted to see how it will happen. And it came on exactly to prediction. I wasn't surprised. I also wanted to see how it will happen because Chad actually, were not, they didn't give any opposition. And Ghana needed to stamp their authority. And I think we did that. Maybe the quality of play or the sort of performance people are expecting wasn't up to the standard because of the opponent. But I tell you, the victory is great. It's giving some of us some relief. It's giving Ghanaian fans relief because this is Otoado's first victory in 7 matches, if you are counting from the AFCON qualifiers.
Yeah.
And a lot more people also believe that Chad didn't give us a test. Madagascar might test the Black Stars properly. And from there, we may see whether or not Otoado is getting firm grips of the team. The other thing, too, is that, because we have not qualified for the AFCON, not many people are even enthused. So this is an opportunity for Otoado and the players to really give Ghanaians something to cheer about. What happened yesterday was a great source of excitement.
Right. You're talking about something to cheer about. Some of the opinion that Ghana spent about 4 days to prepare for this game against Chad, which, like I said, they're a lowly rated side. And I'm wondering, they just have less than 2 days to prepare for a stronger team in Madagascar. Now, we also saw clips of Jan, who was around to sort of ginger the players during their training. There were a lot of interesting dance steps that were being shown from the, this is the clip that we're talking about. It was more like a source of motivation from a former player to the new ones.
Oh, yes. If you have followed the Ghanaian team very well, you know that this is very characteristic of every Ghanaian team. From the local clubs to our national teams, singing and drumming form a key part of everything they do in camp. We call it the Jama songs.
Yeah.
And Asamoah Gyan is noted, very noted for that. He has as many goals as he has for the Black Stars, just like he has for songs. And he was there just to cheer them up, let them know that, look, the ex-footballers are behind them. They have done it before, and these young guys, new guys, can also do it. And the excitement for many were that the bonding is getting on well. So the goalkeeper you see in the middle is a local goalkeeper, first time in the team, and he was behaving as if he's been with them for a long time. So yes, it's been great. Now the point about the number of days we used to prepare for the Chad game and how many days we also use for the Madagascar game has been a source of concern for some journalists here. I have spoken about it that if we needed to go to the World Cup and we cannot beat Chad, then we have no business going to the World Cup at all. Now, Madagascar will be the next opponent. They played much earlier than we did. They're going to have approximately 5-6 days of rest before the game comes on. We will likely have just about 24 hours, and that has been a concern. But what can you do? These are fixtures that we're already aware of, and I think we should be able to match up to the challenge Madagascar will put up. In fact, if we want to be at the World Cup, these are not countries we should be struggling against. And it is no disrespect to any country. Just saying that the World Cup is going to be a show for the best in the world. And if you want to be the best, you must surely beat the best first.
Definitely, if you want to be the best, you must beat the best. I would also like some clarifications about a video that trended on social media. Some have claimed that it was spiritual men who came to the football field to pray ahead of that game against Chad. And I mean, I would like some clarifications. Yeah. Why?
Ghana is a very spiritual nation. I mean, you would say that we are not a Christian nation, yes, but the population is dominated by Christians. If you pick 10 Ghanaians, you are likely to have 6 to 7 who will profess to Christianity. The rest, maybe Islam and some other religions. So spirituality is part of us. And some have the opinion that it's so unusual to have Ghana play 6 matches in the AFCON qualifiers and not be able to win just a single, just one. So they thought of, okay, if the team has done their physical preparation and the emotional ones also have been taken care of, then why not the spiritual? They have faith in God. They believe in God. And so they decided to go to the stadium and pray, because that is also what they can offer to support the team. And a lot more people who identify with the Christian faith have been commending them for going there to exercise the demons that have been preventing Ghana from winning.
And indeed, they did score 5 past Chad. So prayers actually do work. So, but we hope that prayers will still go down as we look forward to the game against Madagascar. And hopefully the Black Stars will get to win that game. Because, the world wants to see Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa at the World Cup.
Oh, yes. Like I said, the World Cup is an opportunity for those that have done well in the game to come and showcase their talents, to come and showcase what they have. And on the African continent, we know the countries that have really done well when it comes to football. You cannot have, the last World Cup, for instance, how could we have, 5 or so African countries going to the World Cup and Nigeria wasn't there?
Right.
Yes, Ghana may have prevented Nigeria, but now Nigeria it's putting themselves up to make sure they are there. So why not Ghana? The challenge for us is that we haven't done well. Ghana hasn't done well at all. The fact that we've gone to 2 AFCONs and we've not been able to even win a game is a problem. It's a big source of headache for a lot of football fans here. So it's important we put our acts together, get things right, be able to overcome Madagascar and see what will happen in the other matches, so that by the end of the qualifiers, we will have the sole ticket to represent Africa, and other countries will be coming on board. We will be taking the Group I ticket, hopefully, so that we wait for what will happen in the other groups. So we have more and more countries joining the train to represent Africa.
All right, before I let you go, Okwe has one question for you before I let you go.
All right, Charlie, throughout last year, there were issues with some of your big names not being present for international duty. The likes of Alexander Jiku, Inaki Williams, even sometimes Thomas Partey was not available, and other names like Ernest Nuamah and co. But, these players have now returned. When we take a look at the scoreline and the personnel that scored yesterday, these are some of the best players that Ghana has, in Europe. With the return of these players, do you think that they'll be pivotal to Ghana probably changing the face of the football now going forward?
Of course. The performance of these players definitely will have an impact on the outcomes of our matches, because some of them were purely down to injury. Some too may not have been available. I know for Jiku, for instance, at some point he was injured, and he's such a pillar in our defense, one of the best, one of the trusted defenders in the team. So they coming around definitely will impact on what we are doing. And the coaches are happy because, you see, everyone wants to put up the best. In fact, yesterday, if you watched, our goalkeeper was having a debut, and some have said that it was a good gamble for Otoado to have given that guy the chance. He wasn't really tested, but who knows? A lot of work has been done to his confidence by that game. And so all the other guys coming together, it is going to help us put up our best, because we need everybody on board. If you have the best of players out there, look at Semenyo doing very well in the EPL. And yesterday he showed it. He opened the scores for us, and a lot of people were cheering him. We are looking forward to more of such players coming in to give their best to the national team. I mean, Nuamah, you mentioned him, also a very good example. He did so well yesterday, also making sure that he got his name on the score sheet. You know, we may have faced a weaker opponent in Chad, but when you face a weak opponent, what you have to do is to show that you have what it takes to crush them.
Yeah.
And I think that is what Ghana did yesterday. And all these guys you have mentioned contributed to having us win by 5-0.
All right, thank you very much for your time, Jerome Otchere, and we look forward to when Ghana will play against Madagascar, and we look forward to Ghana winning that game, because that is actually very, very crucial for Ghana to maintain top position in Group I. But wishing Ghana all the best right there. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you too.